Alright guys, we're going to work on our bottom converging lines. So we did the tops just now with the top. If you just stick to the top, that's totally fine. But this is just an extra little step if you wanted just to make it look a little bit more realistic. So what I'm going to do actually, I'm going to skip letters A and R just because letters A and R are right in the middle. So they're right in the middle, so it's going to be really hard to do the converging lines because everything is just going to go right through the letters. So I'm only going to stick to letter M and letter Y. So I stuck to letter M and I did this one down here. I'm going to show you exactly what I did here over in letter Y. And I'm just going to find those points. So I see this point here that I really like. That I think if we do the converging lines, it'll add some effect to it. So I'm actually going to clean this up just a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to go ahead and add that point in. So I'm not going from here, I'm just going from this little connection point from where the Y tail and the Y head kind of meet up. And I'm going to go ahead and put that line in. Okay, and all that does, again, just makes it look more perspective. Okay, so now we have this extra little bump there. All right, and that is all we have to do for now for the bottoms, right? Just stick to your first letter and your last letter. The next thing that we're going to do is our cutoffs. So we're going to make sure that our lines match here to make it look like it's cut off. Okay, so I'm going to do it again. If you look up here, I'm going to kind of use the tops here. All right, so this is the top of my M. I'm going to find whatever this curve is, and I'm going to do the same thing, I don't know, maybe about 2 fingers. Yeah, 2 fingers. We'll do 2 fingers. Yeah, 2 fingers away. If you're one of those measuring people, probably like an inch. Yeah, an inch. Perfect. So 2 fingers is an inch. Just figuring that out. And we're going to kind of start with that here. Now I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to stick to this line and continue it down. I'm going to do this one next. Again, about 2 fingers. And I'm going to go ahead. And there we have that. Now it looks like a 3-dimensional M, right? Let's move on to the A. Same thing for the A and the R. We're going to go ahead. This one is tricky because I went organic with it, which means I went really curvy. So that means I got to get this curve. Same thing, about 2 fingers. And if you notice, it goes a little bit further back than my M, but that's okay. We're still going about the same size. I want to stick to the same size, like 2 fingers or about an inch, which actually needs to go back just a little bit further, but we'll keep it. Okay, and then there is my A. We're going to keep going to my R. Now we can't forget we have this part here of my R. So again, about 2 fingers, which is about here. Kind of get that going. Same thing, follow this line. I like to kind of do the muscle memory that we talked about. Trace over that edge a few times. Get that curve kind of in your muscles, and then come back up and then just do it up here. And it works, okay? Do the same thing again for your Y. Muscle memory, about 2 fingers. You can kind of just go with the flow here. Same thing here. And that's too far. I feel like that's way too far. Yeah, right here. Actually. Yeah, right here is perfect. And then again, do this muscle tone here. Kind of trace, trace back and forth, and include. Now if you see how this part here doesn't match? This is the part where it gets tricky with perspective. They do match, but my line is off. So we'll have to fix that in a minute. All right, and then of course this one, it cuts off, so that one's good. This is good. That is good. All right, that is step 3. Boom. Kind of zoom out. There you go. So we have now our first name. We did add those cutoffs, and now it's starting to look a little bit like perspective. So, step 3.